Now in Security Center, we have in Security Center Synergies, we have an entity called the access rule. And the access rule is basically that entity that's going to define when a cardholder or group of cardholders have access to a door. So basically, prior to us creating the access rule, and we're going to have a video how to create the access rule, we first need to define some schedules. So that's the first W, when, and then we're going to create the who. That'd be the cardholders. So when can a specific cardholder or a group of cardholders can access a door or a group of doors? So once we have the three W's, the when, the who, to where, then we can go and create the access rule. So let's take a look at that. Now let's go to create an access rule by going to Config Tool, Access Control, and selecting Access Rule. On the left side, we're going to have a list of all the access rules available, but we want to add another one. So click on Access Rule and type the name of the entity that we want to create. I want to create an access rule for the finance group. Here we can select the first W, the when. By default, the always schedule will be available, but then you can select any other schedule on the list. Also, the type of access rule, we can make our access rule to be permanent or an access rule that will be temporary. If it's temporary, after that certain date, the access rule will no longer work. I'm selecting Monday to Friday for my when, or for my schedule. Click on Create and Close. Now, if we go to Identity, we can change the name of the access rule, type a description, and a logical ID. If I go to Relationships, notice that during the wizard, I added the Monday to Friday 8 to 5. That's only one W, I need two more. So I can add cardholder and also the doors. So by selecting cardholders and clicking on the plus sign, from the search window, we can search for the group that we want to add to the our access rule, or on the right side, we select the group or the individual cardholders that we want to add. In our example, I'm going to select the finance cardholder group. Click Select. Now the last W, the where, Monday to Friday, the finance cardholder group can have access to individual doors, or they can have access to a group of doors. By grouping doors inside an area, you can then assign the area to the access rule. So I'm selecting the finance department, where the conference room and the lobby door are a group. Click on Apply. If I go to Properties, I have a list of properties where we can see the schedule that is applied to the access rule, Monday to Friday. I'm going to grant access with this access rule, and I'm going to grant access to all the cardholders within the finance group.